Today's October 23rd, 2018. Yesterday, on the 22nd, I was up at my desk and I had this business card notebook that my mom had that was empty. There was only a couple of papers in it. And something unusual happened when I opened it up. And you know how in my other videos I talk a lot about the rapture and kind of explain all about the rapture. Well, this little notebook didn't have any business cards in it, but just a couple of pieces of paper. And let me show you. And actually, last night I had my very first dream about my mom and that she was resurrected. So I want to show you what happened when I opened this little notebook last night. There was just a piece of scrap paper on the right, and over here on the left is a recipe card. And let me show you what it said. There's only one sentence on it. It says, "Our hope is the rapture of the church." When I turned it over, it has Daniel 7, Rome is revived, 10 nations, 10 horns, or 10 kings, banded politically together. It could be a United States of Europe. Not sure if this is before rapture. Bible doesn't say. Chapter 7, verse 8, little horn which will root smaller countries. Chapter 9, 27, will establish peace, surrender, then attack from the north. God intervenes. 1. We are living under grace now. 2. Later we will live in the day of the Lord, in which God intervenes directly, and she means during the time of the tribulation, and she says the man of sin will appear. So I thought it was very interesting that I just randomly picked up this little notebook. It was on a stack of other papers and other things, and I just happened to pick it up, and that was the sentence that was in it. Our hope is the rapture of the church. So I had my first dream about my mom last night, and it was so real that I didn't want to wake up from it because it was very clear that I was with her. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have spoken a lot about the rapture, the harpazo, being caught away, and what it all means. So I just think it's so amazing that I ran across that one sentence, especially at the time when people are saying that tabernacles just started according to the fall equinox. But I was really surprised that last night is the first time I've slept well for over a year, and I had my first dream about my mom, and she was resurrected, and I was really so excited that it felt like I was with her. I usually don't put a lot into dreams, but I just wanted to tell this one for whatever it means. I was in the dream, curled up like a kitten, lying on a little blanket or something, a towel or something, in the entryway of her bathroom floor on the rug. And I was curled up and was crying because I was missing her so much. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, my mom walked in. And she didn't look like she did when she died. She had white hair, but she kind of had her regular brown hair that she used to have. She walked in and she was as alive as can be. She walked into where I was and let me know that she was alive. And I got up and I said, "You're alive, you're alive, you're resurrected." And I was so thrilled at seeing her. I just wanted to hug her and love her and everything. And in the next scene in the dream, I was just so elated, telling my mom, "You're resurrected, I can't believe it. You're standing here with me." And so I was going to take her over. I was going to go have lunch with one of my sisters, and I was going to take her and surprise my sister. But when I went there to eat lunch, it was kind of a cafeteria thing, and they were, my sister was in another room getting her tray with her food on it. I told Mom to stay outside the door to go sit somewhere until I came back so I could surprise my sister. And so I went in there where my sister was, and I said, I'm here, and I brought a friend with me. Well, it turns out that my other sister, my middle sister, was with her, and apparently she had come from far away, and the two of them were standing there together getting their lunch trays together. And my sister said, well, I didn't think you were coming in to eat with anybody or bringing somebody with you. And I said, well, I think you'll be happy about who it is that's here with me. And she said, oh, okay. So then the two of them walked out there, and my mom was kind of sitting on these bleachers like you see in a high school gym. And they walked over, and when they saw her, their mouths just gaped open like, Mom, you're resurrected, you're here. And they were so excited. And then I kind of turned away and I didn't see what they said to her. But that was pretty much the gist of the dream. And it was so real. I mean, when I woke up, I wanted to go back to sleep and continue on with the dream and find out more. And it was very vivid that, you know, it was like I really saw my mom, and I saw very clearly that in the words that she was resurrected just kept on repeating in the dream. It wasn't just that she just appeared in my dream and she was just there like in the old days that we were together. So first I found that rapture message, which I thought was very unusual. Why that verse out of everything, or why that statement out of everything in the Bible is that in this one notebook I just opened? And why did I suddenly have my first dream about her resurrection? And especially it's kind of interesting too that it happens right at this time when everybody's saying that the Feast of Tabernacles, that was, you know, a month late, is, according to the fall equinox, just starting today. I personally don't think that the resurrection rapture is at Tabernacles. I believe that the last trump means Rosh Hashanah, Feast of Trumpets. But it's interesting, and we need to keep an open mind because we never know what God has in mind. So I just wanted to share this very vivid dream I had, and whatever it's worth, I'm just sharing it because I've never had another dream like this. I've never dreamt about my mom coming back to life, and it's very exciting. And I just hope it's a blessing too, with all these other things that are happening. So anyway, that's my dream, and that's what happened. And you can add this to my list of things that have happened in my other videos that I showed. And in the dream, it's kind of interesting too that all of us were together again. And we were all so happy. We were so happy that she was alive and she was with us, and that her company and presence was with us. And I was so thrilled. I can't tell you, but it's just such a blessing to have had this dream and to find this note from my mother saying that our hope is in the rapture of the church. So that's very interesting timing, don't you think?